Hello friends, this is Candy with the Candy Foot Club and happy Friday. Today we are making some homemade pizza and I already have the dough rising. Do you make your own pizza dough? Let me know in the comments. And now I am just going to make some sauce to go on the pizza, and I'm starting with just a small can of tomato paste. Let's see, just a little can of tomato paste. And then I'm going to add in some garlic. If you know me, we love garlic around here. Some black pepper. I also love jars. Do you love jars? And then some Italian seasonings. And some Himalayan pink sea salt. Kind of sprinkle that in there, and then going to thin it down with some water. So this is really your preference on what your family likes it to taste like, how thick they like it, how thin they like it. I am not really good at recipes. It's just kind of throw things together. You gotta stop that, honey. Sorry, that's my granddaughter over there. I always have grandchildren running around because I am so blessed. Life is grand. Okay, I'm still adding in some more water, mixing it all together so we can incorporate all of those lovely tastes. And almost there. Still a little too thick. You just want to go slow. It's easier to thin it down than to have to open up another can of tomato paste, which I have done often over the years. So do you have pizza night? Is Friday your pizza night at your family? With your family? I love pizza. A good tossed salad and a pizza and a cup of hot tea, and I am a happy woman. All right, so we're just about there. Just a little bit more. And now I'm going to add in some sugar. Do you like your sauce sweet? Or are you against having sugar in yours? You can add honey, you can add maple syrup if you want to go with a more natural, healthier version. And then I'm just going to dip my finger in. Maybe a little bit more sugar. That's how I say I'm not a chef, I am a cook. So I just kind of throw things together. And then another taste. If that is good, I'll give you it is just the right consistency for me. Alright, so I'm going to set this aside, and I have to grab my olive oil. Okay, I have my olive oil, and I'm just going to be using my small Pampered Chef stone that will fit into my air fryer oven combination. And I'm just going to grease this up. Oh, it's a new bottle. I do use a lot of olive oil. I'll be using olive oil again later when I make the dressing for my tossed salad. Okay, so I have that all greased up because this is a new pan, so it hasn't had time to cure. Once you've used these stones for a while, you're not going to have to oil them as often. And let me grab some dough. And I like thin crust. Do you like that thin, or do you prefer the thick crust? I'm just going to spread out the dough. Oh, I love pizza night. So it is quick and easy to make. Okay, I have my dough all out on my stone, and I'm just going to start putting the homemade sauce on. This is so much fun for the grandkids too. I like to have them come down and make their own personal little pizzas, and they have so much fun doing that. It It makes eating dinner much more fun when you make it yourself. So I'll have to do that again soon. All right, so I have my sauce on, and I'm going to throw some mozzarella cheese on it. You can use any kind of cheese that you prefer. Some of my kids like to make a combination of like a taco cheese with the cheddar and the mozzarella mixed together. That looks pretty good to me. Move that aside. Grab my cutting board, and I have this cute little stick of pepperoni left over from my father's birthday, so I'm just going to cut it into little slices. I love these Pampered Chef knives. It makes kitchen work so much easier. I could have chopped this up in my mandolin, which I do love, but I love the knives too, so I kind of alternate between them. I guess whichever I feel like grabbing that night. Almost done. Okay, those cute little pepperonis, little baby pepperonis, and now I'm just going to add them into my pizza. So what is your favorite kind of pizza? I love most pizzas, but it's just going to be this cheese and pepperoni tonight. Okay, we're going to get the stove all heated up here, and I am going to do the top because the top is the oven and the bottom is the air fryer. So I'm just going to put it on stone bake. And I hit the temperature and the time comes up, and then I hit it again and it goes into preheat. So when that is hot, it's going to beep and let me know. Okay, the stove is beeping and telling me to add food. That's the good news. The bad news is I forgot that cooking with the stone pan, I'm supposed to put the stone pan in first and heat it up. I'm still learning how to use this nice oven air fryer, and then I was supposed to use this beautiful pizza peel to put the pizza in, but we're gonna go with what we have because we're always learning, right? So let's go ahead and throw the pizza in to the oven, and here we go. Okay, and while I'm waiting for that pizza to cook, I'm just going to use the rest of this dough up by making some cinnamon rolls. I'm going to just put some butter down on my counter so it doesn't stick. Okay, do you make your own cinnamon rolls? I have a really nice, simple dough recipe that I use for everything. I use it for dinner rolls, for my hamburger and hot dog rolls, for bread. When I make fried dough, which we call dough dodgers, I make cinnamon rolls. Oh my goodness, what else? If you can think of what you would make with dough, pizza, of course. Make stromboli. I make like little danishes, or I can't think of what I want to call them. But I just use this very simple bread dough recipe, and I can link my YouTube video to that so that you can get started making your own. It's very simple, way simpler than most people think. I am just slathering on the butter. This is what's going to make it nice and gooey. I love my cinnamon rolls nice and gooey. All right, let me grab a paper towel. And next, on goes the sugar. So we have the dough, lots of butter. Life is better with butter, guys. And then we're going to put the sugar on liberally. I do have a sweet tooth. I guess that's why my dad named me Candy, right? So I have lots of sugar on here, lots of butter. enjoying life. And then my jar, again, I love jars of cinnamon. Let me just loosen that up a little bit. And then just start shaking it all over. And however much you put on depends on how much you love cinnamon. I love cinnamon. Fun little tidbit about Sarah, she hates cinnamon. I usually make her a sugar roll instead of a cinnamon roll. Okay, it smells so good. And I have my little Pampered Chef pan that fits perfectly into my air fryer oven. And I'm just going to throw some olive oil into it. Mix that around. And then we're going to just take the edges, flip them over, and just start rolling it up just like this. And you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just rolling it up. I don't try to do things perfectly. And once I got that, I just pull it back so I can reach it and grab my knife and just start cutting into sizes that I prefer. So I'm going to do that. Doesn't have to be perfect, guys. It's okay if things fall apart a little bit. Then you're just going to pick up your roll and stick it into the pan. I also love to make like an apple pie filling and put into my cinnamon rolls. Oh, that's so good. I'll top them with glaze. These I'm just going to, when they come out, I'm just going to add more butter to the top. So here we go. These are going to make the house smell so good too. I know when the grandkids show up tomorrow morning, they're going to be so happy to see a pan full of cinnamon rolls. Okay, almost done. And that is almost perfect right there. Filled my pan up perfectly. I have some sugar and cinnamon left on the counter. I'm just going to sprinkle around on the top, and now I'm just going to let these rise about double, and then I'm going to heat up the air fryer oven and throw those in. Waiting for that pizza to come out. Okay, beep. Here we go. Let's check this pizza. Oh my goodness. That looks so good. If I can get it out. That looks wonderful. Pizza is out and the cinnamon rolls are going in. So just click this again. We're going to do the top still. And we are going to bake. Added food, push it again. It's already preheated. Thank you, pizza, right? All right. Doesn't that look so good? Okay. Pizza's out. It's time to cut it up. Cut it up and eat. I love how big this Pampered Chef pizza cutter is. I do like the pizza shears also, but I think tonight we'll just go with this. Oh my goodness. There's the pizza. Oh, it looks so good. It's a little hot right now, so I'm going to make my salad and let it cool down a little. So while we're waiting for the pizza to cool down and the cinnamon rolls to cook, I'm just going to make myself a nice creamy Italian dressing. I'm going to add in some olive oil. And tonight I'm going to use some red wine vinegar, which was suggested by a friend. About equal parts of the oil. and the vinegar, whichever kind you choose to use. And I'm going to put in some mayonnaise. That's the creamy part. Just a couple spoons of that. And then I'm going to season it up. Here comes some black pepper. Some Italian seasonings to make it that Italian. Of course, I have to have garlic. That's good. And some Himalayan pink sea salt. A good big pinch of that. And I'm also going to put some cayenne into it. Give it a little bit of heat, not too much. A good sprinkle. And we'll mix all of this up. You can put this through a blender, put it, you know, use your hand mixer or whatever, immersion blender, whichever you prefer. I don't care if it's a little lumpy. Just for me tonight. Sarah won't be eating the creamy Italian. And let's give it a taste. Oh, that is so good. And here's my dinner tonight. I have homemade pizza, a tossed salad with homemade dressing on it, and I'm going to go eat this and wait for those cinnamon rolls to get done. Okay, let's check on these cinnamon rolls. They're certainly smelling good. And they look pretty good too. Get them out. And take a closer look. Oh yes. Okay, can you guess what I'm going to say next? Let's top it with butter. Because life is better with butter. And this will soften them up so they don't turn rock hard. Let's just get the butter on there. All right. Okay, there we go. Grab some of these cinnamon rolls. And just put them on a plate. Throw on some butter, of course. Let it get right down there in it. And it's time to eat. So, let me know what you're having for dinner. This is Candy with the Candy Foot Club.